rich way. Oh, but we're live. We're live.
Well, you never know. I do have a couple pages to run through here, so someone might show up, but it might just be a mano-a-mano battle for the daily and weekly crown between Sackville Baggins and Radio Harrison. Um, let's see here. I'm just going to click one or two more buttons and get this show on the road. It's a cruel world out there. It's hard to know who to trust. Seems like around every corner there's another hoaxster, jokester, or cloakster. In the end, one thing I've learned is the only person you can trust is yourself. But don't take my word for it. See for yourself with Word Hoax, the game of verbal cloaks, jokes, and master strokes. It'll make you lie to your mama, but don't worry, she's probably not playing this round. Here's your host, Tom Sherman. Thank you, Mr. Announcer. And thank you to the internet for showing up to the live stream of our Word Hoax public tournament. And of course, many thanks to our stable of Word Hoax contestants backstage. I'm your host, Tom Sherman. We run this public tournament every Tuesday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 8:30 a.m. Pacific, mostly because it's fun and we don't want to do actual work, but also so we can give out some sweet NFT prizes. So as our players start filtering in, let's remind the folks what everyone's playing for besides fame and glory, and that's one of these, an exclusive iouNFT. This unique 1 out of 10,000 NFT is actually an IOU for a future NFT from an upcoming 10,000 drop from Story Squad. The current estimated cash value of the IOU NFT is $100 US. And we can't show the public the current artist renderings of the Story Squad NFT drop, but trust me, they look awesome, and I can show the players off the stream afterwards. So here's the ground rules, how to play. I'm going to read a word, acronym, person's name, movie title, or other series of words, and every player will then have a set time limit to write a fake definition, biography, or description of the movie. You want to make a word or a definition that's plausible enough that other players might guess that definition. No Googling is allowed, and we're keeping it PG-13 because this is a family show. Once time expires, we'll read the set of fake definitions along with the real one as well and guess around the room. Players get points if other players pick their definition or if they select the correct definition. You can also pick your own definition in an attempt to sway the opinion of other players. However, you will not receive a point for your own vote. In round 1, we define a word. Round 2, we make a biography for a person. And then in round 3, we will write out the plot for a movie title. So let's see, I'm dropping the link in the chat for our players to start onboarding. And so then after we play, we'll crown the champion and, of course, distribute some NFTs and update our leaderboard accordingly. So let's take a quick look at the overall leaderboard as we have it, as it currently stands, rather. And Radio Harrison currently on top with 19 points. Sackville Baggins in a close second with 15, followed by Tim Avatar and Tasha with 12 apiece. Mark My Word in 5th with 7 points, followed by Justin, Orlando, Darwin, and Tasha's wife. And as you can also see, the weekly scoreboard is very tight this week. Tasha in the lead with 5, and Mark My Word, Harrison, and Sackville Baggins all just separated by 1 thin point there. So that is going to be a whirlwind of a round today, as we have a few of our of those 4 in the chat or in the game. So anyways, that's enough of me talking nonsense. Let's introduce our players. First player gracing the stage tonight is just dropped off. Unfortunately, we had a fresh meat on the hook, and yet Dan Bell's celebration just falling off. So, oh wait, maybe not. Maybe he's back. Here we go. Dan Bell's celebration. Thank you for joining the Word Hoax tournament. Do you think you have a chance against the rest of these buzzsaws of players we have?
How many players do we have, host?
Well, let me show you. Let me introduce the next one. Currently in 4th place overall, Tasha, and one of the Tasha. Okay, connecting the mic and the cam. Here we are. Tasha, welcome to the stage. You're currently in the lead of the week and 4th on the overall leaderboard. What do you think your chances are today?
Oh, my chances are great today. Absolutely.
Chances,
especially if I get my camera working.
Wow. Chances are great. And if the camera starts working, then even better. I like that confidence. Let's hope that technical issue gets resolved. Sackville Baggins, you're in 2nd place, both in the week and overall. Do you think you have what it takes to overtake Tasha for the weekly NFT prize? And do you think you have what it takes to eclipse Harrison, Radio Harrison, for the overall top spot?
No, I don't, Tom.
Oh, wow.
Or is that a ploy?
Stunning, candid lack of confidence from Sackville Baggins. I applaud that. I applaud that sort of, I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
I'm here for the lexical disruption.
All right. With that, the lexical disruptor himself, Harrison, currently the leaderboard of the overall rankings and 2nd place on the week. What do you think here? What are your chances? Are you confident going into today?
Is Tasha going to play? Yeah. So if Tasha's in, that sucks for me because that's probably
that margin just got. I see you, Harrison.
That's probably the
those
biggest
are votes. Those are points.
Fight I probably have. But Dan, I don't know. Dan doesn't. I don't know any tendencies. I don't know what he's bringing to the table.
Celebration.
The only person I feel like I got locked in is Sackville. I own Sackville.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
You live in Sackville's mind rent free.
Yeah,
that is for sure.
He gets everything I write. He eats up. So and I've been trying to use that formula, but it doesn't work on everybody. So Tasha is probably the hardest opponent.
Interesting here. So we do have a link in the chat for our other players, Dan Bell Celebration and Tasha. If you want to click on that and join the Word Hoax lobby, we'll get this underway imminently. So I'm excited. I'm frankly very excited to see what's going on. We have 3 of the top 5 Word Hoax contenders on the all-time leaderboard, and then we also have wild card Dan Bell Celebration. So now that you've seen your opponents, what do you think, Dan Bell Celebration? Do you think you've got what it takes to fell some of these big trees?
I'm not exactly sure what you're asking.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
They seem awfully.
Dan Bell having some technical difficulties, it seems. But I believe they are in the lobby in the Word Hoax game. Tasha, have you gotten a chance to get in the
almost
the Word Hoax lobby?
Just about there.
Awesome. Tasha is in. Dan Bell is back. And then, all right, Dan, I'm dropping the link one more time in the chat. Just hop in, and then we'll.
Did it?
You did?
Yeah, I added my name, edit player name. I was player 2163, and now I'm Dan Bell Celebration. You don't.
No.
Sorry.
Nope, it's all good. And now Harrison's dropped off the Word Hoax lobby. That's
my bad. What's the lobby code?
The lobby code is BUUO.
I'm in.
BUUO. Harrison is in. Dan Bell Celeb is in. All right, we've got all of our players in right now. Let's see, what are we going to pick? for the word, it is going to be palilogy. Palilogy is the word. You all have 60 seconds on the clock. Actually, I'll up it to 65 because it's Thursday. Palilogy, 65 seconds on the clock to come up with a fake definition. Your time starts now. Think of NFTs like keys to the future. Right now, as humans, we interact with businesses and organizations much like ants might their queen, slaving away day in and day out for resources to give to the queen so that she may survive. NFTs turn this one-directional relationship into a community partnership. Owning NFTs of organizations will allow those owners special perks like early access to future products, exclusive content behind paywalls, and access to the inner community. Not only that, but NFTs are transferable, allowing owners to sell at a premium, which in turn appreciate all other NFTs held by community members. So NFTs are part art, part online identity, part admission to a virtual country club, part crypto speculation, part generational wealth, and all real, baby.
So many things to say.
All right, so time running out, and unfortunately, Dan Bell Celeb has not gotten his definition in.
What do you mean? Whoa. Is there some rules I missed? I even got a book. I have a book to go with this definition, and I gotta click.
Wait a minute. Just hit enter.
What do you mean? I mean, I have
Did
it
you
written
type in
down
a definition?
here.
No,
I got
you
it
wrote it
written down
down.
here.
You wrote it down on paper.
Dude, look, I have a copy of
Oh my God,
Palogy for Dummies right here. Palogy. You see what I'm working my ass off to win this NFT. Oh, but
you were supposed to type it.
Off.
You're supposed to type it in the Word Hoax game that you're on the internet. See?
Oh, can I just I have it written?
Well, I know. All right. Here, why don't you?
Let's have a vote. Let's have a vote.
All right. Why don't you read your definition right now, and then they'll guess. Once we guess, we can include yours, and if anyone guesses for it.
Oh, so they're gonna know it's mine now.
Yeah, they're gonna know it's yours.
Man. Sorry.
It's
I
all
apologize.
good. No worries. You still have a chance to get a point from guessing the correct definition on from these ones. So palilogy, is it number 1, scientific nomenclature for the study of capillary effect on skin color, origin of the word pallid? Number 2, the repetition of a word for the sake of greater emphasis. Number 3, the honor-based code of vengeance formally outlawed by the Catholic Church in the Edict of Nantes. Or number 4, study of the structure of religious organizations. So those are your definitions for palilogy. Number 1, scientific nomenclature for the study of capillary effect on skin color, origin of the word pallid. Number 2, the repetition of a word for the sake of greater emphasis. Number 3, the honor-based code of vengeance formally outlawed by the Catholic Church in the Edict of Nantes. Or number 4, study of the origin or the study of the structure of religious organizations. So those are your words. As is tradition, we're going to start the voting with Harrison, Radio Harrison. What do you think here of these options? Where are you thinking?
Jesus, this is tough. I mean, all of these sound really good. It's like a complete toss-up. I honestly don't even know which one I wrote.
This round is already so wild.
It's epic. I mean, it's gotten off to a very strong start. One for the ages. You're going to see this on Word Hoax Classics.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What was so the first one is pallid.
Right.
Origin of pallid. What was the second one?
The second one was repetition of a word for the sake of greater emphasis.
What was 3?
The Edict of Nantes. It's a honor-based code of vengeance outlawed by the Catholic Church in the Edict of Nantes.
I do like that one. And then 4 was what?
A study of the structure of religious organizations.
So those last 2 are based, they're religion-ish.
There is a shared thread there between those 2. Does that make you think one of those is the right one?
I'll do word repetition on this round.
Word repetition. The repetition of a word for the sake of greater emphasis. Harrison's choice. Interesting. And so now we go to Sackville, number 2 on the leaderboard.
I know I'm voting for Harrison's, and I'm still gonna vote for it because it was so good. Number 1, please.
Number 1. Scientific nomenclature for the study of capillary effect on skin color. Origin of the word.
I didn't write that shit or that thing.
That's we'll see. We'll see. Interesting. Sackville claiming for number 1, possibly Harrison's. Harrison denying it. Tasha, what do you think about the situation here?
I'm really tempted to go. What was it? Number 4. What was number 4 again?
The study of the structure of religious organizations.
Well, okay. What wasn't there one? No, I do like that one. But what about the repetition one? What number was that?
Number 2, the repetition of a word for the sake of greater emphasis.
I'm gonna go with that one. So the repetition one.
Interesting. Briefly considering number 4, but not number 3. What was there? That thread. Were you not into the number 3 as much as number 4, or what are your thoughts there?
Yeah. So number 3. Read that again. I had a good reason.
The honor-based code of vengeance, formerly outlawed by the Catholic Church in the Edict of Nantes.
Because it sounds fake to me.
Just does not pass the smell test for Tasha.
Actually, I forgot. We sometimes have fiction in here. So it could be like from a book or something.
You never know. It is a tricky game, Word Hoax. But you're going with number 2, the repetition of word for greater emphasis?
Yes, please.
All right. Very good. And now, Dan Bell, Celebration, although it looks like you've dropped out of the lobby once again, I'll still ask you your opinion and record your points. What do you think about these 4 definitions? And what was your definition, first of all?
My definition was the science of friendship and meeting pals. I didn't see the spelling. I said after reading Palology for Dummies, I have made many more friends.
I would have totally voted for that, Dan.
Damn it! I gotta get on the back end of this.
You got it. Yeah, the internet is not your friend right now. But what's your guess for Palology?
Oh man, I'm gonna go with the religious one.
Number 4.
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna switch it up. Last minute. I'm gonna go with the repetition of words one.
Wow.
Is that a thing?
Wow.
Yeah.
Briefly flirting with number 4 as well, but instead going for repetition of a word for sake of greater emphasis. Only one way to find out how that would work out. And let's see. Honorable mentions Baggins writing the honor-based code of vengeance formerly outlawed by the Catholic Church in the Edict of Nantes.
I was...
And
So I almost put 18. I didn't have time to put 1685 on the end of that. I just ran out.
Could have really sealed the deal there with it.
That was going to be my choice.
Yeah. Baggins almost getting in Harrison's head, instead getting Nantes. Tasha also writing the study of the structure of religious organizations, which got some consideration all around, but just didn't quite get a vote, unfortunately. Harrison earning a vote with the scientific nomenclature for the study of capillary effect on skin color, origin of the word pallid, which got Baggins' vote, as Baggins predicted. And then the real definition, voted on by Tasha, Harrison, and Dan Bell Celebration, is the repetition of a word for the sake of greater emphasis. Palilology. That's the...
I would have never thought that, except for I knew mine, and then I saw 2 religious ones, and something just
Palology. Look at that.
Palogi?
I get a point for effort, bro.
Well,
I'm crushing it. I'm crushing it in my mind over here. Look, I have
100%.
notes. You got to type this in somewhere.
Yeah, so join the lobby code again, and then
join the lobby code
with BUUO, and then there should be a little box that pops up when the word starts.
Join lobby.
Join lobby. BUUO.
Okay, I'm in there.
You're in there. All right. And so now just hold tight, hang tight, and I'm going to put in a person's name. So you're going to be writing a biography for a person's name. And that person is going to be named. Let me just load it in here for a second. All right. The person is Addie Joss. Addie Joss is the name of the person. You've got 75 seconds on the clock. I'm going to hit start.
Where do I write it? Where do I write it?
Hold on. I'm hitting start. So now you should see a box somewhere that you can type
Addie
in.
Joss.
Yeah.
Yes, I see it. I got it.
All right.
I'm ready to type.
Very good. You're typing. Type in there. You've got 60 seconds left. And we're going to watch this. I know what you're thinking. How do I play this game? Get in on these NFTs. Quit my corporate job. Well, let me tell you, it's easy. We run 2 competitions daily. Word Hoax, which you're currently watching, and Clash of the Pencils, a 1-page story contest where the internet public picks the winner each night. Both are a quick creative workout to get your mind right during the day, not to mention the fame, glory, and NFTs. If you're interested in playing either of these games, reach out to me, Tom Sherman, in one of the following ways. On social media, send me a DM in Twitter at ShermQ5 or at Story Squad HQ. Give us both a follow while you're there. If you're watching on the Facebook stream, send me a message. Other contact methods include any other way you can think of reaching me, up to but not exclusively playing 6 Degrees of Tom Sherman, smoke signals, and of course, skywriting. We've got 5 seconds left, but Harrison and Dan Bell not turning in.
I did it. Oh, no way.
Dude, what do you mean? There's a time limit?
Well,
dude, I had the whole thing.
All right, here, I'm going to add 20 seconds, and y'all both click enter.
I can submit it right now.
Click enter. All right, Harrison's in.
Let's go, Dan Bell.
I pressed it with 2 seconds left.
All right, there we go. You've got everybody in. Whew, that was a close one.
I don't know. That's rough.
That's going to be an asterisk. Today? Honestly, if Harrison wins this day and week, I'm sure there's going to be asterisks.
I feel you, but I swear to God, I got it in.
All right. Well, Addie Joss. Let's see who Addie Joss was. Was it number 1, 19th century American frontierswoman, sharpshooter on whom the fictional character Annie Oakley is thought to be based? Number 2, born Madeline Bryn Joss, Addie Joss is better known as China, a famous WWE fighter. She tragically passed away from a drug overdose in 2016. Number 3, an Italian immigrant. An Italian immigrant who at 17 years old came to New York City in 1936 with no parents or relatives, brought roller derby to the U.S. Number 4, a seamstress who worked in the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory in New York, New York. Or number 5, pitched the 4th perfect game in baseball history. So Addie Joss is the name. Number 1, 19th century American frontierswoman sharpshooter on whom the fictional character Annie Oakley is thought to be based. Number 2, Born Madeline Bryn Joss, Addie Joss is better known as China. A famous WWE fighter, she tragically passed away from a drug overdose in 2016. Number 3, an Italian immigrant who at 17 years old came to New York City in 1936 with no parents or relatives, brought roller derby to the U.S. Number 4, a seamstress who worked in the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory in New York, New York. Or number 5, pitched the 4th perfect game in baseball history. So we're going to start the voting now. And taking a look at the scoreboard, Harrison, both the currently, you're now at this moment leading the overall leaderboard, the weekly leaderboard, the monthly leaderboard, and the daily leaderboard. How do you feel about that?
Oh, man.
That sounded like he can type real quick on this thing and Google really quick too. No, that's what that sounded like. I don't know. That's what it sounded like to me.
Interesting.
Oh,
Interesting. A little call out of Harrison for some potential.
That's fine.
Googling.
Here's the thing. All of my wins have come from fantastic definitions, not from guessing correctly. I'll tell you that much.
I will vouch for that. Given that,
interesting. Wow.
I'm not a good guesser, but I can write up a fucking 1970.
Whoa there.
I'm sorry. I can write a good movie synopsis from the 70s. Apologize.
All right. So what do you got, Radio Harrison?
I'm gonna go with on this one. Oh, what was number 2? Oh, dude, number China. 2. Yeah.
You're going with China?
I'm almost positive it's China.
All right, very good. Harrison going with born Madeline Bryn Joss. Addie Joss is better known as China, famous WWE fighter. She tragically passed away from a drug overdose in 2016. Now we're going to head to Tasha, who is tied for second with Dan Bell right now, but currently holds the overall score lead versus Dan Bell. So what are your thoughts here on the biographies?
We're going to go with number 1.
Number 1. 19th century American frontierswoman and sharpshooter on whom the fictional character Annie Oakley is thought to be based. Interesting choice. Any reasoning, or are you going to stay silent for that logic?
Oh, no. I can't reveal my reasoning. Other people haven't got to vote.
That's a good point. Tasha does not want to reveal her reasoning in case Dan Bell might glom onto it. Dan Bell, what are your thoughts here?
I don't know. The Annie Oakley one, it sounded pretty legit. I don't know. The roller derby one, that one sounded really, really legit, but I just something the way that it was worded, like maybe, I don't know. I'm going to go with, I don't know, Annie Oakley. I know that. I'm just only had 1 cup of coffee so far. Late start. I'm going to go with number 1.
Going with number 1, even though Tasha did not reveal her insights, Dan Bell still going with number 1. Interesting. We'll see if that pays off.
I like how nobody thinks I know what I'm talking about.
I do. I'm following Harrison. I don't know anything about WWF, but I know that he knows that, and I'm following in it. I'm going behind the smart money. Give me China, please.
Blindly following Harrison. Interesting.
I see you, Harrison. I'm watching.
All right. So the guesses are in, and we're going to submit them. Honorable mentions for Dan Bell, writing an Italian immigrant who at 17 years old came to New York City in 1936 with no parents or relatives, brought roller derby to the U.S.
I wanted that to be true so badly.
That is a good bio. Yeah. Tasha, writing a seamstress who worked in the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory in New York, New York. So honorable mention there. So the two New York stories did not pass the smell test for our players. Meanwhile, Radio Harrison getting some votes with born Madeline Bryn Joss. Addie Joss is better known as China, a famous WWE fighter. She tragically passed away from a drug overdose in 2016.
It's so good.
Master stroke here.
Radio Harrison voting for his own. which just make hook, line, and sinker on Sackville
Master
Baggins.
class, guys.
That's
Just master class.
He just so what happened is that guy in the pink, Harrison, like misdirected Sackville.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sackville
fell for it hard.
I have some friends like this, like some old friends. I'm like, you got to try this. You got to try this game. I thought it was more friendly. I thought this was more friendly.
No, this is cutthroat. Didn't you see the intro? This game will make you lie to your mama. But she's not playing this round. But Sackville Baggins is and got really good by Radio Harrison. So unfortunately for Radio Harrison, only going to get 1 point off of that tactical, but just textbook, just flawless textbook.
That's all you can hope for. All you can hope for is adding one.
Yeah. Well, meanwhile, Baggins writing 19th century American frontierswoman and sharpshooter on whom the fictional character Annie Oakley is thought to be based, getting Tasha and Dan Bell's vote.
Very good.
I'm pretty sure Annie Oakley was a real person. Isn't that real? Like
I think so.
Yeah, I think she's actually confirmed as a human.
I don't know.
But the real definition is Addie Joss was the fourth pitcher to pitch a perfect game in baseball history. So first I'm going to pull up Annie Oakley for all you folks at home, just so you see there. She was an American sharpshooter, starred in Buffalo Bills Wild West show. But Addie Joss is this fella right here. Nicknamed the Human Hairpin, an American baseball player, pitched for the Cleveland Broncos between 1902 and 1910. So, fun fact. All right. So with that, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Harrison picking up a vote. So Radio Harrison has 3. Let's see. Baggins coming alive here with 2. Tasha and Dan Bell both with 1. Now on the outside looking in, but still everybody still has a chance in our final round, which is, of course, a movie title that you will have 85 seconds to write a plot for. So
you get 95, Tom.
You want 95? Does anybody second that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. 95 seconds. That's fine with me. I got no qualms with giving you guys a little bit extra time for this movie title, which is called Throw Mama from the Train. Throw Mama from the Train. You've got 95 seconds on the clock, which starts what?
I'm in the lobby as like multiple players, dude. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure it out.
All right. Well, it's just put in an answer for one of them, and it should work out.
Okay, throw Mama from the train.
Yes, throw Mama from the train is the word, and we'll be right back after these messages. I don't know what to say, really. When you get old in life, you find out life is this game of words. I mean, the difference between winning and losing here is so small. One adjective too late or too early, you don't quite describe it. One plot line too slow, too fast, you don't hook your readers. The words we need are everywhere around us. They're in every story, every setting, every sentence. On this app, we fight for each word. On this app, we tear our rough drafts to pieces for that word. We claw with our fingernails for that word. Because we know when we add up all those words, that's going to make the difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. And that's what living is. The 6 words in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You got to look into the mirror. Look into your eyes. And I think you're going to see an author willing to go get that word with you. That's Clash of the Pencils, folks. That's all it is.
added time?
I added time for Dan Bell. Everybody was in under time except for Dan. Are you going to submit, hit enter? He looks like he's frozen.
Submit.
Oh, he's in.
I think.
All right. You did
it's horrible.
You did it. Here are the definitions for throw mama from the train. Number 1, an escape from an abusive relationship almost turns deadly until a 6-year-old brave cowboy fights a coyote and saves mama from the bad guys. Number 2, Danny DeVito and Billy Crystal star in this comedy about murdering an abusive and loud mother. Number 3, an overlooked gem from the golden era of silent films. This pantomimed film starred Buster Keaton as Terrific Tony, the train-robbing bandit who is forced to make a choice he'll never live down. Number 4, Danny DeVito's directorial debut. A bitter ex-husband wants his wife dead. A beat-down mama boy wants his mother dead. Who will pull it off? Or number 5, this 1989 horror comedy starring Danny DeVito is largely credited with pioneering the genre. On its opening weekend, made over $10 million. Interesting. A lot of Danny DeVito getting thrown around here. That's wow. All right. So number 1, an escape from an abusive relationship almost turns deadly until a 6-year-old brave cowboy fights a coyote and saves mama from the bad guys. Number 2, Danny DeVito and Billy Crystal star in this comedy about murdering an abusive and loud mother. Number 3, an overlooked gem from the golden era of silent films. This pantomimed film starred Buster Keaton as Terrific Tony, the train-robbing bandit who is forced to make a choice he'll never live down. Number 4, Danny DeVito's directorial debut. A bitter ex-husband wants his ex-wife dead. Beat-down mama's boy wants his mother dead. Who will pull it off? Or number 5, this 1989 horror comedy starring Danny DeVito is largely credited with pioneering the genre. On its opening weekend, it made over $10 million. So those are your movies. Interesting slate of selections. And we're going to start with Harrison. So this is the final round. Harrison's got 3 points, which is currently in the lead for the week and the month and the day. What do you think here?
I'm trying to put on my poker glasses here. So it seems like it definitely has something to do with Danny DeVito in here.
There's a strong Danny DeVito theme through these definitions. Although that's not to say that the 6-year-old brave cowboy could have been played by Danny DeVito, and that just missed it out of the first one. And who knows if Danny DeVito was in that Buster Keaton flick as well. He could be in all 5 of these.
One of these is real. No way.
Please put that on TikTok. That's all we need to go. That was it. That was the moment.
This is funny. I'm so sorry. I'll log in on a laptop tomorrow, and you guys are. I'm not going to say you're done, but it'll be better than it was today. I'll say that. I wasn't prepared.
Dan Bell talking some serious smack, which I like to hear. Although we're just waiting on Radio Harrison's guess. That's the.
You can see him. Can you see the other ones?
No, that's a dagger.
Sorry.
What is what was the? Can you read the second Danny DeVito, not the short one with Billy Crystal?
That one is Danny DeVito's directorial debut. A bitter ex-husband wants his ex-wife dead. A beat-down mama's boy wants his mother dead. Who will pull it off?
Sounds familiar. What the heck, man?
now
I gotta go with Buster Keaton. That's the only one I can think of.
An overlooked gem from the golden era. Silent films pantomime starred Buster Keaton as Terrific Tony, the train-robbing bandit who's forced to make a choice he'll never live down.
No, wait.
We're going to Sackville.
I gotta go with the Danny DeVito.
Which one? There's 3 of them.
I'm going to go with the one that has the box office numbers.
All right. That's it. Number 5, 1989 horror comedy starring Danny DeVito is largely credited with pioneering the genre. On its opening weekend, it made over $10 million. We're going to move to Baggins.
4.
Number 4, Danny DeVito's directorial debut. A bitter ex-husband wants his ex-wife dead. Beat-down mama boy wants his mother dead. Who will pull it off? Interesting. Not going. You so eagerly went with Harrison multiple times before.
I've learned my lesson. It's called adaptation.
All right. Interesting. Cool. Baggins learning slowly but surely. Tasha, now it's down to you. What say you here on this this conundrum?
Number 4.
Number 4. Danny DeVito's directorial debut.
You just vote for mine. I didn't write that. I think we're right.
All right. Interesting. Getting double thumbs up from Sackville Baggins, thinking that they're right. Dan Bell, Celebration. Where are you landing here? You were flummoxed by all of the definitions.
I don't know, man. I think you guys are trying to trick me. I don't know. I just like the number 3. I don't even know what 3 was. I'm gonna pick 3.
An overlooked gem from the golden era of silent films. This pantomime film starred Buster Keaton as Terrific Tony, the train-robbing bandit who is forced to make a choice he'll never live down.
I mean,
I think that was well written.
That's the best one. That's the most well-written one.
Interesting. Well, that's would you watch that movie, Dan Bell? Is that the one you would want to watch on movie night?
I mean, silent films, that creeps me out a little bit. I don't know. I mean, and probably not. I couldn't believe one of those is real. I swear, man.
Yeah, one of them was.
This is a real film.
This is a real film, and so it's not. Here's some honorable mentions. Number 1, from Dan Bell, an escape from an abusive relationship almost turns deadly until a 6-year-old brave cowboy, played by Danny DeVito, fights a coyote and saves Mama from the bad guys. Tasha also getting an honorable mention. Danny DeVito and Billy Crystal star in this comedy about murdering an abusive and loud mother, which is, very close to the right answer, I believe. Baggins getting a point from Dan Bell with an overlooked gem from the golden era of silent films. This pantomime film starred Buster Keaton as a Terrific Tony, the train-robbing bandit who is forced to make a choice he'll never live down.
That is a good one, Sackville.
Thank you.
And then
If only I hadn't voted for you in the first round and just given you the victory. That was where I lost the whole day.
That was tough.
And you
Harrison,
knew it. You knew it too.
And he knew it. And he knew it. And he
couldn't quit it.
Yeah. But he adapted this round because he didn't flank Harrison, who voted for his own yet again. In this 1989 horror comedy starring Danny DeVito is largely credited with pioneering the genre. On its opening weekend, made over $10 million.
I know that Throw Mama from the Train has Danny DeVito in it. I do know that. Mm-hmm. So that already screwed me up. And then once you have no idea, you have to go for your own.
Right. You didn't want to give the point to anybody else by trying to guess between the other two. I think that's
the tactic, unless you got a good idea.
Interesting. Harrison displaying his tactics for all to analyze and dissect.
I would get a point if I voted for me.
Right. You don't get a point if you vote for yourself, but you can draw other people in. So, but what Harrison is saying is he knew it was one of the 3. He knew Danny DeVito was in it, and then there were 2 other ones that was a 50-50 shot that he could pick. So instead of picking either of them, he voted for himself, making sure no one got a point and hopefully getting other people to.
But this is sick.
Glom on.
But I am creating an entire playing style that I hope will go down for decades.
You're like the guy. They're going to be watching film for years, being like, look at what he did here in the because Harrison's done this on one-on-one too with Tim Avatar.
Are you saying you're like the zone blitz creator?
That's what I'm saying. Like last night I was at the bar by myself, like just drinking and eating, and I watched like the entire history of the NFL or football basically, and it was like the single wing, and like they were just playing rugby like all throughout the 1800s, and then like one guy was like, what if we just didn't do that, and like that changed the whole game. So I'm that guy. Harrison, this is the forward pass, dude.
The Tom Dempsey.
I'm creating the West Coast offense of
Did you just equate voting for your own as the forward pass?
Literally, that is what this is. This is the forward pass.
I just want to clarify.
I've revolutionized the game.
Wow. And so for the real definition, throw mama from the train. It was Danny DeVito's directorial debut. A bitter ex-husband wants his ex-wife dead. A beat-down mama boy wants his mother dead. Who will pull it off? Baggins and Tasha both voting for that one. And then here, I'll put this on the screen and pull us off so we can try to watch this this little
trailer.
Trailer. Thank you. I was going to stumble for that word.
To get it through your thick head. I may be a lot of things, but I am not a killer.
You don't have to blow her brains out or anything.
Thank you. That takes the pressure right off.
She's old. She's got a bad ticker. All you got to do is jerk around a lot when you talk to her. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Lifts.
Evan, what the hell's going on out there?
We woke her up. Nothing, Mama.
Who's this?
This is Cousin Patty. He's going to be staying with us for a while. Isn't that nice?
You don't have a Cousin Patty.
You lied to me.
Wow.
That's awful.
That was not a good trailer.
That was like the game. That was like a game changer back then. That was like the forward pass of comedy.
That was the backward pass of comedy.
It was a flea flicker. They lateraled backwards to have the running back throw it deep.
Oh,
maybe.
Really
I don't know.
Handsome.
Oh.
That was interesting stuff there. So let's reveal the results. Looks like Baggins is taking the win here with a 4 points. Harrison with 3, Tasha with 2. So it was really that late this round. It was this round that did it. With you snagged Dan Bell's vote, and then you voted for the right one. So Baggins, first take us through what you were thinking when you wrote that epically movie description about a golden era of films, and then we'll
I think I was really influenced by the old time baseball, actually, on an unconscious level, and I was just kind of stuck there, and it just kind of continued in this sort. It was like that, plus like the train robbing from the Annie Oakley one. It was like I just kind of lingered there, and sort of just ran. I do say 95 seconds was. It was in the last 10 seconds that it came together. That was the key margin.
Wow. Interesting. So Harrison, you seconded Sackville Baggins's motion to put 95 seconds on the clock. If you could do it all over again, would you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Fair enough.
It's not all just sharks in a den trying to eat each other. There's a lot of this is a pro-social, not zero-sum game, right?
Nice. I like that.
It is a zero-sum game. That's
yes.
Did anybody else notice in that trailer that two of the bad guys from the Goonies, the Fratellis, the son and the mother. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I haven't seen them since that movie.
Oh, the
I always
son's in it
wondered what
too?
happened to that lady, so I'm gonna do some follow up, and I'll probably
Let
have to
us
buy
know.
the movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll let
let
you
us
know
know.
how it goes.
And
But
Tasha, you had you were spot on with both your guess and your own definition of the movie. So is it safe to say you've seen Throw Mama from the Train?
I have to admit, it was actually my wife who gave me that.
Interesting. A little help from the home front never hurt anybody. So would you watch Throw Mama from the Train on movie night though after seeing the trailer?
Oh no.
I don't. Is the son in it too from Goonies?
isn't that the guy at the table? That's the
Oh,
son,
that's
right?
Billy
That
Crystal.
was Danny DeVito and Billy Crystal.
I don't know. I don't know.
What?
It looks like him.
If you could literally, there might not be more two recognizable actors in like the pantheon of actors, and you just said, "Oh no, he's that obscure dude from the Goonies that's in like 3 cop movies." It's totally not Billy Crystal.
I'll
I
go
love that.
over 5 on the cop movies.
Are
Over
you?
5.
Oh, you're on a phone though, so
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I don't know how to play yet. I'm getting there.
this
I will
was a
be
good,
better
hey,
tomorrow.
it was a good
I will
outing.
be better tomorrow.
Is
Is there one tomorrow?
It was
There's
a
not one
very
tomorrow,
strong
but there
debut.
is one on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday next week. We're going 4 days over Thanksgiving. So definitely show up and
I don't
win
know
some
if I'll be
NFTs.
there for Thanksgiving, but maybe. Is next week Thanksgiving?
Yes.
The day of Thursday is Thanksgiving next week. So that is a fact. So yeah, so let's see. Let's total up these scores real quick. And then we'll get everybody on with their day. Harrison getting 3 on the day, Sackville with 4. Tim Avatar did not play. Meanwhile, what's Tasha got 2. And then Dan Bell had 1. Coming in strong here to start off. Dan Bell celebration.
I got 1.
You got 1 point on the day. So did you get 2? No, you got 1.
It used to say Dan Bell celeb, and I thought that was so great. Just calling yourself a celeb.
Take it. I'll take it.
Dan Bell celeb on the board, tied at 8th. So let's see.
You don't even know, man. They call me Little Elvis. Little Elvis.
I almost spit out water all over my computer keyboard. I wasn't ready for that.
Little Elvis. Never heard that before, but interesting nonetheless.
Little Elvis?
Yeah, no, I can't go anywhere. It's bad. I can't go anywhere without buying a bunch of people food. I got this food buying problem. I need the receipts, and everywhere I go, they're like, "Oh, Dan Bell." I'll be like, "Yeah, let me buy your food." It's crazy. It's crazy.
And that's why they call him Little Elvis, apparently.
So I'm avoiding restaurants at this hour. You know, I go like between 2 and 4 when people like clear out, so I can eat myself.
Interesting. Yeah. The early bird special never hurt nobody.
Yeah.
So silver lining again for Harrison. Although you didn't come away with the NFT for the day or the week, you still hold that top slot with 22 points.
Yep. Well, I'm glad we got rid of the incentive on that. That's good. That makes me really care.
Well, we might bring an incentive back.
There needs to be 10 NFTs if you're the league winner at the end of this season.
Right. Are you talking about the season of fall? Because that's an interesting.
Oh man.
So yeah. That's a wrap. I don't know, guys. It was a great round all around. A lot of good definitions flying around. A lot of good sportsmanship. So just thanks again for participating in one of the greatest experiments known to man. That is the Word Hoax Public Tournament. So That wraps up another round here. And be sure to join our Clash of the Pencils live stream tonight if you're watching us right now. And also join us here next week at the same time, same place for a different hoax. And we'll see you folks next week.
I hope I didn't get canceled.